Hey guys, Brain here with a brand new video, and this is another episode of Tech News, the weekly video series on this channel where I give you the full rundown of some of the most important and trending tech news of the week. I've got a bunch of cool things to talk about in this video, so with that being said, let's get right into the video. So Computex is underway, and if you did not know what it is, here is a very short summary. Computex Taipei, or Taipei International Information Technology Show, is a computer expo held annually in Taipei, Taiwan. That's about it. And at this tech show, a lot of cool stuff is shown off. And Asus has shown off a few cool laptops at Computex 2017, so here's a rundown on a few they have announced. The Zenbook Flip S. The Zenbook Flip S is the world's thinnest convertible according to the Asus chairman, Jonney Shih. It's 10.9mm thick, which Asus says is 20% slimmer than the MacBook, and it weighs in at 1.1 kilograms or 2.42 pounds. Asus claims 11.5 hours of battery life from its Core i7 processor, though the company isn't specifying which specific chip it's using inside the Flip S. There's a single USB-C port and a 13.3-inch 4K screen, folds around 360 degrees for tablet use. The Zenbook Flip S starts at $1,099. The Zenbook Pro. The new Zenbook Pro sounds like a pretty solid all-rounder, cramming an Nvidia GTX 1050 Ti GPU, a 15.6-inch 4K display, and an H-series Core i7 CPU inside, an 18.9mm thick chassis. Asus claims up to 14 hours of battery life for the Zenbook Pro, which will start at $1,299. The Zenbook 3 Deluxe. Asus called the Zenbook 3 the world's most prestigious laptop last year, and is using the same tagline for the new Zenbook 3 Deluxe. It's bigger than the regular Zenbook 3, with Asus calling it the world's thinnest 14-inch laptop at 12.9mm thick. It has two Thunderbolt 3 ports, an unspecified Core i7 processor, and a 1080p display. It'll start at $1,199. The VivoBook S. The VivoBook S is a $499 laptop in a 17.9mm thick, vaguely MacBook Pro-ish aluminum case with up to a Core i7 processor and an Nvidia GTX 940MX GPU inside. And finally, the new VivoBook Pro is Asus's mid-range offering, coming in with a 15.6-inch 4K display, a Core i7 processor, and a GTX 1050 GPU. It will ship in the summer for $799. There's a lot of other cool stuff from Computex, so I'll keep you guys updated in future videos also. Samsung's new Notebook 9 Pro includes a built-in S Pen. Samsung is bringing its S Pen technology to the company's notebook line. At Computex, Samsung is launching its new Notebook 9 Pro. Unlike the previous Notebook 9 series, the Pro version now has a 360-degree hinge, just like Lenovo's Yoga laptops, and it means the Notebook 9 Pro can be used as a tablet or a laptop. Samsung is pairing that hinge with an embedded S Pen that slides into the base of the Notebook 9 Pro. The S Pen includes 4,000 levels of pressure and the ability to detect tilt for shading, just like Microsoft's new Surface Pen. It also includes Samsung's Command software for drawing, notes, and editing documents. Samsung is also ensuring its S Pen is fully compatible with Windows Ink, allowing Notebook 9 Pro users to use the stylus across all of Windows 10. Samsung is releasing 13.3 and 15-inch models of the Notebook 9 Pro, and both will include Intel's latest Core i7 processors. The 13.3-inch version will ship with 8GB of RAM, while the larger model includes 16GB of RAM. Both will include a 256GB SSD, and the 15-inch model has AMD's Radeon 450 graphics card inside. There's also USB-C for fast charging, two regular USB ports, and an HDMI port, and support for microSD storage. Nvidia has announced Max-Q at Computex Taipei, a new design approach that is intended to enable thin, light, and quiet laptops with strong gaming performance. The company says that the Max-Q spec can cut the power consumption of a GTX 1080 in half, for example, allowing it to be used in an ultra-portable notebook. Nvidia is working from the principle that you get diminished returns at some point when increasing performance capability, and Max-Q software figures out the optimal point to target. That GTX 1080 with half the power consumption is the exact same chip you would find in a bulky gaming laptop today, but Nvidia says it should achieve about 90% of the performance in a thin and light design. Intel has announced a new Core X line of high-end processors, including new Core i9 chips. Intel announced a new family of Core X desktop processors at Computex today, offering even more powerful versions of its existing Core i5 and Core i7 models, along with a new top-of-the-line Core i9 line for those who want even more firepower. The Core X platform is is being targeted squarely at enthusiast customers like gamers and content creators, people who want to be able to run the latest games at the best possible resolution while streaming footage and running a chat with viewers, or have 4 different creative tools open at once to put together a new vlog. That's kind of a bit crazy. To that end, the Core X series scales from models with 4 cores, topping out with the $1,999 Core i9 Extreme, which Intel proudly points out is the first consumer desktop processor to offer 18 cores and 36 threads. The Core X family starts with the Core i5 7640X at $242, which offers 4 cores and 4 threads. The Core i7 X series range from a $349 4-core and 8-thread model to a $599 8-core and 16-thread chip. As for the Core i9, Intel will be offering 4 models, not counting the i9 Extreme mentioned earlier, ranging from $999 for 10-core and 20-thread processor to $1,699 for 16-core and 32-thread chip. Essential Home is an Amazon Echo competitor that puts privacy first. Essential Home is a new intelligent assistant with round auto display just announced by Andy Rubin's new venture. It can be activated with a question, a tap, or even a glance. According to Essential, it is designed to never intrude upon the home. In that way, Essential calls it an entirely new type of product, but it mostly borrows ideas from existing products in an attempt to outdo them. Essential Home lets you control your music, ask general interest questions, set timers, and control your lights. Only Essential promises to do them better somehow. Essential has some nice renders showing the concept in action, but we're not seeing any photos of a working device and nothing in the way of specifications, prices, or delivery dates. Actually, not much solid info is available about the new device, but there are also a few other cool pieces of tech announced by Essential, which include a new Android phone with a unique edge-to-edge display, modular accessory system, a new 360 camera for that system, and a new intelligent speaker with a huge circular display. So a lot of stuff is going down with Essential. And to our last bit of tech news for today, Uber has fired an executive accused of stealing Google's self-driving car secrets. Uber has fired Anthony Lewandowski, the former head of its self-driving car project, according to the New York Times. Lewandowski came to Uber after a long stint at Google, where he helped launch that company's own self-driving car project before it was spun off into a standalone company called Waymo. Earlier this year, Waymo filed a lawsuit against Uber, alleging that Lewandowski stole some 14,000 documents from Waymo and that information became the technological basis for Uber's self-driving cars. Lewandowski had already stepped away from running Uber's self-driving car projects, with the company moving him into an operations role in late April. Uber has denied the allegations against Lewandowski and in the meantime has been trying to prove in court that it developed its own self-driving technology independently. Lewandowski's refusal to cooperate with those efforts were the reason for his firing, according to a report. And as things are now, this is still a developing story, so you may want to pay attention to tech news feeds from websites such as The Verge and CNET to get more info. And that's just about it for today's episode of Tech News. If you like it, learned anything new, or want more, feel free to subscribe, comment below, and smash that like button down below. Feel free to check out previous videos using the links provided below, as well as links to all my info sources for this video. Thanks for watching, and I will be seeing you in the next video.